Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. Hi. I looked at exactly the right time to see it transition, and it scared me. Because apparently I'm easily scared. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Is that on? My name's Minerva, and we are drawing some Team Avatar stuff because I just watched the trailer and I was like, oh, I kind of want to watch that. Feel all nostalgic and everything. It's gonna be nice. Anyway, when 100% out of whack? Oh shit. Well, first off, this is having fun. White paper will do that. This is Zoom. How'd you mess with the exposure on this one? Actually, I don't remember. Two are under, one is over. Yep. Properties, wrong one. Oh, in Streamlabs, thank you. Thank you. Okay, well that makes life a little bit easier here. Let's go fix that. I do apologize. Brightness. The heck? Under configure video? For the zoom? Oh, let's do auto. Can we do auto? No. Defaults. Decoder, proc. Yeah. Well, there's that. Yeah, I got the brightness. Okay, I got something. Now let's do the fizz desk. That's also that. Configure. Beep beep. Yo, Sean. Good evening. White balance. Exposiar. There you go. Much better. Nope. That didn't change it. Howdy, Sean. What's up? Come on. Fixing some exposure. Will you stay that way? Okay. Not enough. So much and not enough at the same time? Yeah, that's fair. That is totes fair. Let me fix this one a little bit more. I'm warm. Oh, it's already warm in here, jeez. Louise. It went back to what it was. Boo. Let's bump up the contrast a bit. Ooh, wrong way. Wrong way. What the heck? Why is this so weird? Oh well. About to get ready to go inspect your rental where can sell your place. Boo! That sucks. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot to handle. I'm sorry, Sean. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna sketch. I'm just being warm, don't worry. We're okay. Producer Son and I were sick at separate times. I was sick earlier this week, and now Producer Son it's his turn to be sick. So we're just getting through it. Turn on the second fan. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. The fact that I have to have 2 fans. It wasn't that hot that, well, I had the door open yesterday when I was painting. So I guess that's that. So we're doing so right now I'm doing a team avatar pick piece for funsies. Just based off of, oh yeah, just after watching the Avatar trailer. You're sat here in a snuggie, that's right. Oh, it's winter for you. Here's Zuko. Here's Katara. Here's Aang. Here's Sokka. Ah, dang it. And here's Zuko. Here's where Toph is gonna be. And I'm gonna represent Suki up in here. Maybe. 48 degrees out, which means about 6 in your office. Oh shit. No, I did not know. I thought it. No, actually, yes. I do remember seeing that on there. I need to. Can you link it, please, Sean? Because if it gets funded, that means we got work to do. I'm making Appa huge in this pic. That's fine. Thanks, man. Yeah. We suck at comics, that's right. Thank you very much. Open link. There, so I can bookmark it and hopefully it won't cause too much glitching. You are so keen. No, that's right. I need to... Appa is gigantic in here. You know, either... Dang, I did not realize how big I made him. That's what she said, guys. That is exactly what she said. So we are more or less shooting from the hip on this piece. I do have a basic sketch out, but the proportions of the page that I used is way off from, is very different from this. So I gotta adjust accordingly. Go put the car away. Okay. Okay, I think Appa is a little bit less gigantic here. He's still huge. Tidy up the rest of our outline for that horror comic. I want to be able to apply for the local rapid grants. Okay. There's his foot. Well, maybe his tail will be over here now. All right, let's move people around. Okay, I want this to still have... want them to be around the fire. A campfire. This circle represents a campfire. And then we're gonna move everyone just... I want Zuko to be tending to the fire. Maybe he'll be over here. Just keeping it loose. He's gonna be all posed like draw me like one of your French girls. Here's Toph. She's gonna be sitting on some bouldery ledges. Get ready for inspection, but have a great... Oh, you have a good inspection, my man. Talk to you later. And thanks for stopping by. And Suki gonna be all up in here. We have no idea what an adult Suki is gonna look like, so we're just gonna make Teenage Suki. Up here. There. Yes, we are really making the firebender tend the fire. Yes. Damn straight we are. Is that Murderface? Yes, it is Murderface. I mean, that's his job. Isn't he? Isn't it? Okay, zoom. Okay, so. I want... Well, maybe Appa will be... To make Appa less monstrous? Okay. He cannot be all the way around the edge. No, he cannot. Okay, so I need a picture of Appa. Appa, yip yip. This is a good exercise in composition. Appa. Nope, I need that picture. Appa. Probably kicked Aang out when he just do it himself. That's right. Damn straight he did. Oh, Appa. You're just a big puppy. All right, there you go. Let's make sure that we know. Okay. And then just taking a little bit of liberty and modeling Appa after Lula. Because you know Aang is probably just doing the stupid "I'm an airbender" thing with a stone, making a stone hover. So we're gonna like, idea. What if there is his foot? Maybe, like, I don't know if Air Bison, Sky Bison, Air Bison. I forgot if their feet, if their toes stink, but maybe Sky Bison, Skibison. Oh, duh. Yeah. Katara can be sitting on it. Alright, so this is going to be a complete change, for like, pretty big change from the original composition. So here's Katara. And then I'm just going to be flipping Aang and Katara. Let's tuck his foot a little bit more in. And he's totally into Katara. You're the Avatar. Let's pull up my sketch. And Katara here, she'll be just leaning against him. They're gonna be like turned toward each other. It's gonna be cute. Like, aw, they're a couple. Because they are. And she'll be sitting on Appa's foot. Totally leeching off the body heat. Because that's what I would do. Okay, we'll figure out her feet later. And then here comes good old Sokka. It's going to be one of our strong diagonals in this composition, where he is just laying on Appa right here, right across his back, that you can't see, obviously. And you know it's Sokka because he has his hair. There's his hair. Ta-da! And just to be a complete dork about it, he's just reaching, doing his weird Sokka stuff. Probably just giving Appa some good scratches. He's just chilling. I would like to think that him and Suki are probably together, or him and Toph are together, but I'm not taking any sides on that ship. Or those ships. But he is totally kicking his feet right here. If I can get the angle right. Anyway, there's the general composition, guys. We have Sokka, we got Aang, we got Katara, we got Zuko, we got Toph, and we got Suki. Suki. Okay. And we have Appa, just totally being an Appa. And they're going to have their, I don't know, bedrolls, supplies up in here. If I were Team Airbender, what would I have on this trip? Momo! Thank you! What does Momo look like? Momo is a lemur. A monkey lemur? A flying lemur? A winged lemur! So, where would Momo be? Lemur! Lemur. So, Momo should be flying up ahead, eating a banana. I don't know. So we have, let's go to wide. Lemur of flyingness. All right, there you go. So we have composition thus far is this basically a 9 formation, resulting in the fire, going around the fire. Curled up on Katara's lap, but I kind of want more of a swoopy swoop going on in here in this composition. Like a counter swoop to the Appa swoop. So you see, we got this going up in here, this swirl going in here, leading up into Aang and Katara. So maybe, so it's going this way. What if I get Momo go that way? I mean, curled on Appa's lap is really cool. On Katara's lap is a really great idea. Appa. Like I can put him right around here, or sitting on Appa's head. Or there can be a bunch of flying lemurs. Right here. Oh, his staff needs to be here. His flying staff. But going it that way interrupts the... Well, no. Having it stowed over here. That's where his staff goes. Other birds, yes. Only Momo. No, only the Momo. Okay. You know what? I don't want her to be sitting on. I want Appa's foot to be kicked back like how Lula kicks back her feet when she's lying like this. Just kick back just like that. All right. And then keep that tapped to keep it live. All right, so what we'll do, let's get our, let's figure out the poses more for all our people. This is going to be a nice at ease type of, like, they're on a little camping vacation. They're going out camping, maybe to revisit Secret Tunnel. Who knows? Just to mess with Sokka. You never know. Sharpen this up. Gotta draw. What am I doing? She's sitting. Damn it. Okay, so let me think this out. So technically she's a little bit behind Aang's foot. She's hooked her hand around his leg. She's just at ease. So maybe... And with the angle that I have, first off, where does the other hand go? It's like, oh no, he's an amputee. He's just chill right there. Am I gonna have her sitting cross-legged? Which isn't very, in this angle, it's not very nice looking. Here, let's go back to zoom. There you go. So you can see that better instead of blinding white. Okay, not a characteristically. Oh, I know. Okay. This foreshortening. Why did I do it at this angle? Because I wanted to be able to see everyone. All right, we're gonna resolve this. We're gonna come back to it later, and we're gonna go draw Sokka. Come back to... Sokka, 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 Sokka. So... Appa is still gigantic. Okay, so here's Appa's butt. There you go. Okay. There's his butt. Stay with me, guys. Let's resolve his... Okay, so he also... Appa has that ribbed tummy going on there. He's got ridges on his tummy. So I can't put... Actually, there's none of that there. There you go. There's his underside. So I know... Okay, and there's the top of his fur. Fur. Alright. Now Sokka, just being Sokka. His tunic is going to be all splayed out. And you know what? He's just going to be... He's going to be just starfishing it on top of... Or you know what? Or like this. We're going to have some weird foreshortening going on here. There you go. Okay. Slightly resolved. Not really. Ah, this foreshortening. Okay, her butt would be here. Where do I want her legs? Over here. Would be a little bit here because she's leaning into Aang, so her weight's gonna be on that hip, on that side of the hip, this side of the hip. So she would want her legs splayed out a little bit. To just take the weight. Here's her butt, and then like this? Oh, it's basically the same. Oh my god. It's hard. Why is this difficult? I was like, oh, this is gonna be a simple sketch drawing. No. There you go. Okay. All right, that's a little bit better. Suki. You know what? Suki is gonna be basically telling a story. She is gonna be up here. Oh, I'm gonna have to, hold on, let me just make sure that I make her. Oh, I made Aang too tall? It's way too long up here on the torso. There you go. Again, the foreshortening. What am I doing? Making this so difficult on myself. There you go. And if you couldn't tell, there's his avatar symbol, so you know it's Aang. And he's just, you know, chilling. Just leaning on Appa. There you go. Alright. We'll resolve faces later. Suki! We'll keep it on tight on Zoom for a little bit. It's down. Way too down. Torso, arm, other arm. Mike is picking up the speaker because I put the speaker down here so it wouldn't get in the way of my monitor. So I'm putting it down here. Hopefully that's good. All right. Zuko, Kuzco. Here we go. Boop, 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 boop. That's a burger. That's a burger smell. All right, let's get the pose. It should be slightly bigger. Too big. There you go. I have thrown off the Emperor's Groove. Kuzco. That is definitely a movie that needs to be rewatched again. Kuzco's Poison, Poison of Kuzco. There you go. The man is totally turned. Can you sit like that? Like, wow, I think that was way too severe of an angle for him to be sitting like that. There you go. I think that's a little bit better, even though I have to deal with the foreshortening again. Or I can just have it straight, like that. I'll turn him into a flea. Then I'll put that flea in a box and put that box in another box and mail the box to myself. And then when it gets you, I'll smash it with a hammer. Tis a great movie. Tis a fun movie. I like the whole chase scene towards the end. I think it was towards the end where they running around the map. There you go. His Majesty. All right, now Toph. Toph. Beautiful, beautiful Toph. How does she do that hair? I don't know. I like that she still has those poofy things in her character design as an adult. I, of course, started drawing on her hair instead of focusing on the form of her body. Of course. I have no idea. That's right, her Toph Tufts. Just like Katara's hair loopy thingies. Hair loopies. Right, now that we got that, she's gonna be sitting on a pallet. Everyone's gonna be sitting on some sort of roll. Some sort of placemat for them to chill. They're just chilling. It is a camping vacation. They're just chilling. Not Toph. Oh yeah, she would be on the ground, that's right. Hers would be just rolled up. Just partially. Rolled up and going like, what am I doing? I don't want to do this. To be fair, I have not... We only watched, like, what, the first episode? Alright. Let's get a realistic... What does Suki avatar costume? Her non-Fire Nation. Who dares? Oh, hey, Jersey. Sup, Jersey? Just trying to find a picture of Toph without her, not in her Fire Nation arc thingamajig. Well, I guess it's just gonna be a regular tunic then. Okay, cool. Honey barbecue chicken tenders. Dang, Jersey, you are getting fancy. Nice to see you, like, nice to hear that you're expanding your culinary prowess. Alright. Alright, fire! Fire, 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 fire. Mm. The perspective is off. Yeah, Suki's perspective is off. She's off. She needs to be more shoulder. If I'm basing it off of them, like they are practically vertical. Why am I doing this to myself? First off, her head is not in the perspective it needs to be. It needs to be her. Fortunately, her face is going to be covered. I mean, Toph's face is not there at all. It's totally covered there. So oh no, duh. The perspective not okay. I know how to draw, guys. I am a professional. So technically, the vanishing point is not the fireplace. Is not the fire. I think it's gonna be because if that was Suki would be, she would be standing like this, basically. So if Suki was the center, was the vanishing point, was at the episode. Okay, so like maybe Momo's the vanishing point. It can be. Momo could be here. He could be the vanishing point. No. Momo is totally. We're moving Momo over here on Appa's horn. Whoop, 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 whoop. There you go. There's Momo. I'd have to move her. If I want her to have that perspective, she'd have to be up here, I think. Let's see what story I want to tell here. No. I totally changed the perspective. I made it way more aerial on my on this drawing than I did on the initial sketch. I made it much more close to the ground. Oh well. We'll work with it. We'll work with it. But this gives me a chance to put Suki somewhere where people can see her. And maybe adjust Toph, maybe? Okay. Alright. Still not convinced with her placement. But let's figure out the fire now. I wear a kind of sort of circle. How many years has it been between the Avatar seasons? 2 years? That's a long time. That's a 3 years, maybe? That's a long time between for adolescence. We saw that with Stranger Things. How many years between the Netflix seasons for Avatar? Yeah, the live action. Ooh, excuse me. That smells like a burger. Whew. Guess his staff will not be there. That's where Suki is, and we don't want to be totally in Suki's thing. Do a triangular fire to help us figure out where the hell. I know how to draw. I totally know how to draw that. No, it'll be like this. Okay. You know what? That's fine. Vanishing point is way off the page. We're done with the vanishing point. The vanishing point can go fuck itself right now. Oh my god, it can go just walk off a cliff. Because I'm not dealing with it. So, Appa. Appa, 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 Appa. And Momo. All right. Momo. Appa. Appa's tired. 2 years between seasons. Okay. Okay, so his horns are smooth. That's still a lot of time for kids. The monster truck is finally my height. And that took less than a year. Yep. Okay, let's go back to Switch. Him and his fuzzy arrowhead. And I think the arrow goes down the entire length of his body. Yep. Oh, perfect. All right. So it goes down the length of his body and it also tendrils out a little bit. Come on. Yep. He's got stripes. So that'll help with showing the curve of his body. To help sell the space in 3D. Oh, that's awesome. One of his stripes points directly at Aang's head. Respectfully, the stripes? Okay, got it. Respectfully for Appa's stripe bittiness. We're all very respectful about Appa. We love Appa. Yep, Appa. Respectfully the curves of his body. I imagine, you know how, okay, this might be just a Lula thing, but after a good walk with Lula, and being outside, she smells different than what she smelled before the walk. I know this because when I'm taking a break from work and I see Lula just laying there on the floor, I have to go annoy the shit out of her by going, "Oh, you're such a good puppy," and then smell her head. She eared. And then after a good walk with her, I go like, "You're a good girl. It was such a good walk," and then I smell her head, and her head smells different than what it was inside. And I'm like, I wonder what Appa smells like. Probably not as good. Probably like a dog, but probably smellier. I cannot imagine the dander. Farm animal, yeah. I wonder if Appa has a dew claw on the front paws. Oh, speaking of farm animal, the dead rabbit, the alley doesn't smell like dead animal anymore. I think the decomposition has finally reached a point, a satisfactory point to stop smelling. Okay. So, yay. Let's put her toes right here. All right. Now that we got that, oh yeah, Momo. Momo, 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 down here. There you go. All you gotta do is wait. You air frying, Jersey? Okay, now let's work on faces. Oven! Oh yeah, that it takes 30 minutes for your oven to warm up. Alright, let's work on Zuko. Let's sharpen that up. How is it over there? Good old Pacific Northwest, Jersey. Has your has your summer evened out, or weather? I have a fryer, I just haven't set it up because I want to drain it and move it in a month or two. Wait, what do you mean drain it? It's happening though? Wait. You don't clean out the oil? After every time you cook? Jersey? Shouldn't you do that? 74 right now. 74 is great, man. It's been hot here. $74 sounds great. My brassicas would love 74 degrees. I actually think my tomatoes are stalling because it's so freaking hot. Or it's been freaking hot. You can filter the oil if the unit does that and get a couple of uses out of it. Oh. Okay. Well, that's nice. Mine, I have to dump it or, you know, discard it after each use. You have a deep fryer, deep fryer. I just have a mini deep fryer. Yes, I do not know when my mom bought that. Probably from Menards. Probably over 15. Oh no. It is definitely 15 years old. At least 15 years old. So that means it's probably 20 years old. Oh, you would say 30? Oh, brutal. That's brutal. You think, Jersey? Because my mom definitely had it when I was pregnant with the monster truck, because she would just say, hey, I made some egg rolls for you. Would you like would you like them? And then suddenly fresh fried egg rolls, like, oh mom, I love you. Just a hunch? Yeah. Yeah. The technology. Just, yeah. We have the technology. All right. Have a good night, Jay. Have a good stream, too. Hasta la vista. Oh, it's definitely hot in there. Oh, this is my that's my usual, this is my usual skin thing. That is, I have an oily face. I have a oily combo face where it's oily up here, like up in here. And usually my makeup mattifies it pretty well. When I'm really sweaty, it does collect over here, but that's just oil. Yeah, that's oil. I could blot and show you guys, but that's kind of gross. In my opinion, unless you guys want to see it. You know, like how in the Simpsons episode where Homer tries to get on disability by becoming grossly overweight, and Dr. Nick Riviera says that if it's like if you wipe it on a piece of paper and it turns clear, yeah, that's my skin. Zuko. There you go. Alright, let's work on Aang and Katara. Tendies! Okay. Oh, that arrow is way too big. There you go. I think I made him too big again. Wait, let's make his head a little bit bigger. Just a tiny bit bigger. Just barely perceptibly bigger, but just enough to be a little bit bigger. I like that he has a popped collar. He's one popped collar, cool. He's not multiple popped collars, cool. Is this piece for funsies? Yes, it is for funsies. Yeah, after finally finishing... Oh, guys, yeah. Hold on. Yes, it is for funsies. Ugh. Jersey, you already saw this, but dang, Jay already left. But here is superior firepower. I think it turned out, it really brightened up this area, really upped the contrast and lighting, and making this darker, making this bright, and so that makes this much more justified in the shadows. So yeah, I really like how this turned out. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. All right, back to Zoom. And the piece and the commission that I was working on for Froggy PhD, that one's done. And I just gotta see how much it'll cost to send it over to England. So that's where she's at, which is kind of really cool. Boop, 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 boop. Like with these character designs, they really like they keep the tunics nice and simple, but they have very complicated, well, not complicated, but they have nice and ornate belts, waist belts, and it's kind of cool. Like Katara's got this really cool looking belt with a yellow accent ribbon. I just think it's cool. There you go. Oh, I can feel the air conditioning. Yes. God. All right, let's go to Sokka. Boop. All right, Sokka. Get you going here. Kind of wanted Sokka to do be doing something silly, but I'm like, nah. They're just chilling. They're just let them have a day off. They're gonna have a lot of work to do in the movie. Oh, oh, oh. Wait, no, that's right. His body is curving over with Appa's. So there's another difficult thing to illustrate. There's a body curving away from you. Oh, this foreshortening, guys. What the heck was I thinking? Oh, it's a tunic that goes down. Okay, it's a split tunic. Alright, there's his butt. There's Sokka's butt. I'm sure we all needed to see that, guys. I'm sure some people wanted to see that. There you go. Okay. I just had his legs way too long. Because, you know, foreshortening's a thing. Suki totally does! There you go. And let's draw Suki. I'm not a fan of her stance here, her pose. Let's erase everything again. Again. So I was thinking, they're lounging, they're all lounging. She needs to be kind of sort of lounging, I guess. Like she's got her bedroll up here, partially unrolled. Close enough. That's what I say all the time. God damn it, no. No. What if I don't want it to be close enough? Be looking at Sokka, but that's you. That'll be one of them telling a campfire story. I was thinking about that too. I think she was originally doing that in my sketch. Actually, she can totally. Oh yeah, since Aang is totally looking, they'll all be looking at her except for Toph, because she's blind. Go Fang. Yeah. Thank you for guiding me back to my original idea of the campfire story. since she doesn't have an official redesign, because she's not in the movie, I'm gonna go make my own redesign, which is just gonna mean she's gonna have a badass looking belt, tunic, just a simple tunic, comfy pants, and boots. Ta-da! Redesign done. Hey! Okay, maybe she has a layered tunic thing going on here. Maybe after the movie, they meet up with Suki to reconnect, and she tells us her stories of her adventures while they were out doing the Avatar movie. Yeah, that's what's happening. All right, so let's subtly have everyone looking at Suki. So that means I gotta redraw Sokka's head. Damn it, Sokka. Oh, you know what? He's gonna be looking at her wistfully. He's gonna be totally having a silly look on his face. Can I draw that? Sure, I can draw that. But let's get the angle right. First off, that's not how a head moves. Wow. I can draw. Alright, I'm gonna be leaning into this one. Okay, let's see. I'm Sokka. I'm a himbo. Yeah, I think he's, or just an idiot. A smart idiot, but still an idiot. I'll fix that in post. Here you go. All right, let's get rid of that line. Really roughing up the paper here. I can feel it. So I am definitely not going to be using watercolor or fountain pen ink on this. I think it'll be a marker rendering. There you go. All right. Off. Tough. Badass, badass Toph. All I can think of sometimes, like, I keep imagining the big burly in the Fire Nation season, the Fire Nation arc when they're going to the play, and Toph is played by just a big dude, big muscular dude, and it's like that's all I see for Toph sometimes. That's the first thing I see in my head when I'm imagining Toph. Just a big dude. Okay. Now that we got everyone drawn in, let's put in random stuff. Like, everyone but Toph is on a mat. A sitting mat, I guess, if you want to call it. Except, and also Suki. Suki's standing up and she's just talking and everything like that. So, they need their camp supplies and their weapons need to be stored somewhere. It wouldn't be far from them either. So maybe they can have some crates here. Am I doing it totally in perspective? No! No, I am not. They should all have little cups. But are you using perspectives? I kind of count Aang's staff as a weapon because you can bonk someone with it. Technically, I am using perspective, but whether or not it's accurate, that's another story. definitely not to scale. It is a generalization, my perspective. It's an idea of perspective. In fact, Suki should be holding. They're totally having something to drink. Like Sokka's is up here, nestled in Appa's fur. Yep, yep. Okay, what else can they have in here? They can have a little cook fire, I think. Oh. Here's the cooking rock. Look, it's a rock. Where they have something ooh, you know what? They're gonna have a cooking apparatus here. They're gonna have something that suspends. Someone's making rice. They're making congee in here. There you go. A rice thingy. Yeah, he's got his 3 legs. This is one leg over here. There's a paw over here. There's a paw over here. There's another back paw over here. He's got 6 legs. I too looked it up and I'm like, oh yeah, he's got 6 legs. They wouldn't have it suspended up in here. They would have it nestled in the fire. If it's an iron pot, Toph can just lift it. Away. With her bending. Or Zuko can just tend the fire, because, you know, fire. And now that just looks like a pair of boobs. Okay, we're not having 2 pots in there. Okay, we're just gonna have 1 big pot. That's not enough for 6 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. Let's make it a bigger pot. Just a big pot of rice. And you know there's probably some rabbit stewing in there too. Some whatever the hybrid rabbit thing is in Land of Avatar. Like platypus ducks. And polar dogs. Here, I'm just putting a fish in here. Look, a fish. Two pots, one fire. Hey! Oh, okay. What else can I put in this picture? Lots. Lots. I can put lots in this picture. We're going to put lots of stuff in this picture. Okay, so they would have random supplies, bottles. Big sack, couple of big sacks of rice. Or grain of choice. There will be an open grain sack right here. I wonder if the younger generations know of that movie or clip or something, whatever you call it. Is that a meme now? Or is that forgotten? And don't want to know. Yeah, fair. Mm-hmm. Oh, and a big pail of water. I am happy to say that that has been something that I have heard enough of where I don't need. I never felt the urge to look it up. Man, the internet back then was definitely Wild Wild West. Details. Devil's in the details. Not gonna ask it. Not gonna ask again. The opportunity has been missed, Jersey. Are your chicken tenders done? Sorry. This lo-fi music is definitely chill. Damn! Ha 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 ha! I hated them already. They were alright. Gotta get trash out real quick, then jump on and get to work on Haley. Awesome. I forgot. It's only 7:44 for you. Nice. I look forward to your notes, my dude. That's fair. That's how it feels like for me a lot of the time. Okay, her mat, her and Sokka's mat, gonna be still stacked up against Appa. Actually, over here, somewhere nondescript. Technically, no one would have their weapons of choice too far from them. Gonna be over here. What am I looking at? Dang, this is complicated looking. It's like a fish harpoon club sword. just nestled in there. And then Suki's thing is a fan. You know what? It's just going to be on her hip. Her fans. There you go. Ah! Stupid freaking silverfish. Okay. There you are. You scurry the fuck away from there. You keep going, man. Where the fuck did it come from? Probably from the attic. Sorry. Yeah, a silverfish just went down the side over here on this wall. Like, I just saw it scuttling off to the side and like, Sorry, guys. That was loud. The moisture does not help, guys. Toph is going to be sitting on a tactical rock. They're all going to be on grass, except they cleared out, Toph cleared out a patch for the fire. Okay, he's on the back wall now. Stay the fuck over there, mister. Really hate silverfishes. Do you think the Bugosalt can kill it? Oh, it's going on the floor. It's behind one of the things. I'm just gonna keep my feet off the ground. No, it's not. It's too big. Damn. Oh, okay, it's on the... Okay. Just gonna keep my feet off. There you go. I'm just gonna be right here, cross-legged on my chair. Okay, yeah. All right. Did you try before, producer son? Was this attempted once before? Nah, you say. That's a tangent. Oh. But the body is soft and squishy. At least. A silverfish's body is soft and squishy. That is not how a staff looks like. There you go. All right, let's go take a bird's eye view of this, or wider view of this. Although, why are they called silverfish? Not much fish about them, but I guess they can be kind of silvery. Asking the important questions here, Murderface. That's a very good question. I have no idea, nor do I care to know. They just need not be inside the house. Okay. So just looking over on the preview, just seeing how it looks. We got some nice details going in here. I feel like there could be more over here, but I think that would be just mostly in shadow. Here. Panic-inducing scuttler. Shh, producer son. Panic-inducing scuttler, yes. Ooh, I hate how they scuttle. I'm actually more afraid of silverfish. Just, you know, grossed out by them than a spider. These spiders I know are beneficial in some way, shape, or form. Silverfish? No. They have no reason to... I see no benefits of a silverfish. Yay, random shit. Stuff here. Okay, here we go. We're doing cast shadows over here. Just to help people pop out a little bit more. Mushrooms everywhere. That sounds like fun. Maybe some tactical rocks, boulders, what have you. Ooh, a tree stump would be a good idea. Would it be a good place to put something? Put a tree stump here. Like a broken tree stump. You got there was Appa just bowled into it, misjudged his landing, and just this poor tree didn't even see it coming. Tree stump. Ta-da! Ooh, what if I put some spirits in here? Like that centipede face. Or the owl thing. Just like in the peripheries, you know? Let's see. I got a couple minutes. Avatar. Spirit World. Spirit World. Only if they are the stories that Suki's telling? Maybe. Like, they'll just be on the peripheral. There was a monkey thing, if I remember correctly. The librarian... Ko the Face Stealer is evil. I like the Ko the Face Stealer bit. It's so cool, but also terrifying, so yeah. So maybe not. Maybe it'll just be grass. Over here. Okay. Also time check, yeah, that's right. Okay, I think I need to sit on this, let this stew in my brain, and come back to it with fresh eyes. So everyone, thank you very much for sitting with me. So work on this, Aang the Avatar, or the Last Airbender piece that I'm doing for funsies, where they're all just adults and they're all just reconnecting after fighting the evil dude in the first one in the movie that's coming out. Just because I saw the trailer and I want to draw them. It's also great. So everyone, thank you very much for sitting with me. Next week we will be working on this and or comics, depending on what's gonna happen. So everyone, have a great rest of your night. Have a great weekend. Wash your hands, hug your loved ones, and be kind to yourself. And I'll see y'all Tuesday. Peace.